And we are live with another episode of Brownish Live. What's going
Yeah,
on?
we are here. Yeah.
We have made it, and we're getting close to the end of 2020.
Yes.
We are still alive
Yes.
in this pandemic,
Yes.
COVID free.
Yes. For sure.
You guys know us. You know my co-host that way. Yep. Boom.
Yeah.
I changed your thing up, by the way. HBO De Lo Mio streaming now on HBO Max. She's a movie star, y'all.
Oh my God.
Movie star.
Uh, it's a little surreal. I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank my parents for meeting each other and creating me.
Now, have you? Now, be honest, like, because you do a project like that. Like, part of you in the back of your head, like, what if this thing wins an award? Maybe I should start working on a speech real quick.
I already know my speech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been working on it since before I even knew I was going to make it in the industry,
I think everyone's got a speech. You
Right.
just, all right. I'd just like to thank the Academy. It's an
Yeah.
honor. And then you go into everybody and try not to forget nobody because, in your family, you don't.
Yeah.
You remember that time I did that thing for you? You couldn't. You're like, oh.
Yeah, my speech is gonna be about, my family never taught me how to reach for the stars. Like, reaching for the stars, they don't teach you that. They just like, get a job that pays for the roof over your head and some food. That's it,
Yeah.
So, hey, Manuel Peña, what's up?
What's up, Emmanuel? So wait, hold on. You got to fix the speech because right now you're like, my family didn't teach me to reach for the stars. How do you thank them? You got to thank them because, or else they like, you're gonna be like on television, Sasha. On television, you badmouthed Sasha. On television, millions of people watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna thank them for shitting on me all these years. No, I'm joking. No, but they did teach me work ethic and all that stuff. My speech is gonna be like, sometimes, we just have to go above and beyond what we've been taught. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Because my family is great and they always meant well, but they were never like, yo, if you do this, that, and a third, it could just get you to this level. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Now I always got when I first started comedy, I always got, oh, you think you funny? Your cousin over here, he hilarious, and you're just like, all right, I guess.
I still do that now.
I also the like I wish my family knew the know-how of the industry so they could give me actual advice. Like, you know what you got to do? You should take this writing course, or you should do this, or you should do that. Instead, they're like, man, you should write Oprah, write her a letter, and she'll put you on.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you're just like, I thought about that. If I knew her address, I would have done that.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for telling me something that I never thought about.
Right.
My dad, I think that I do have an audio somewhere on my notes where my dad's like, entertainment. Forget about that. Forget about entertainment. Forget about it. It's somewhere. And I'm going to when I start my mixtape, it's going to be with his voice.
Okay.
Forget about it.
Entertainment. Now, has he flipped now and he's on your side with stuff going on?
Listen, I said this in my previous interview. It's not real to my parents unless I could buy them stuff, right? Unless I buy them a house, like it's not real. Like I'm not successful,
Gotcha.
So right now I'm making enough money to take care of myself, buy a couple gifts here and there. But I don't have enough money to be like, yo, you need a new house. So until then, he's like, hazte una abogada, algo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I have a career.
Yeah. I think what messes it up for us is there's those movies where the person makes it like La Bamba was a big movie growing up, and Richie gives his mom the keys to the house, and she's and I'm always like, man, you could have given her something small like a sweater. Right. Come on, you couldn't get it like
a necklace or something.
Yeah, damn, Richie, why a house with like a laundry and damn, he set the bar high.
Damn, yeah, but definitely, like, it's not real to him until I could do that.
Even with the movie, even with the show on Fuse, he's still.
My dad is like, he doesn't know what I'm doing because he doesn't watch TV, and TV is not like as big as it was before. You know, where everybody, all your siblings and cousins get together and like watch TV. Everyone's on
Right.
the phone now. Everyone has their own little world that they escape to. So like the other day, we got me and D, we got interviewed for Central Ave. Have you heard of it?
Mhm. No, what's that?
It's like it's a show with damn, what's her name? Julissa Bermudez.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love Julie. She was in
It's amazing.
Enterprise. No,
Yeah,
not Enterprise. No, that's Julissa Calderon.
yeah.
Julissa Bermudez. Yeah, I know Julissa. Yeah,
Bermudez
yeah.
from like
Yeah.
from 106 in Park. So
Hmm.
she's on this show called Central Ave, and it like syndicates, not syndicates. It's in different like 200 different countries or
Hmm.
200 states, and
There's
it
not there's not 200 different states. There's 200 different cities.
that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, 200 different cities. And
It's all the states, all 200 of them, all
all
of them.
200 different. I mean, but I'm not only talking about states in America. I'm
I
talking
know.
about states in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I don't know where they are. But yeah, so we did that interview, and it came out on Fox channel. And so one of my followers, they saw it, and they're like, "Oh my god, like that's so dope!" But my dad, he doesn't. To him, it's
Yeah.
like okay. But
Yeah. No, it's hard to explain to parents that don't get it. Like, because my wife's always like, "Why don't you tell your mom what you're doing?" I'm like, she's just not gonna understand it. Like, she just
he still doesn't get it.
no. Well, a couple of years ago, right? I got the opportunity to go to Montreal for the Just for Laughs festival, which is like the biggest comedy festival
Ever,
like
yeah.
ever.
Yes.
And I got it. I was so excited. And my wife was like, "Call your mom, tell her." I'm like, she's not gonna understand. In her head, a festival is like in a church parking lot with
Yeah.
like, who's not gonna, Mom, I got accepted into the festival. Oh, you're doing festivals now. That's nice. So it's like, no, never mind. I'll get more frustrated trying to explain to her what it is. And then I don't know if your parents do this, like they'll try to equate it to something. So you'll be like, "Oh, I got this great news. I got this, like Fuse, I got a show on Fuse." And my mom will just like, "Oh, that's nice. You sister, she just bought a car for
Yeah.
$50 down payment." And you're like, "It's not the same." Okay.
I love you.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Like my dad's always talking about my brother and what he's doing. He's like, "Oh, Santo, you know what he's doing?" I'm like, "Well," he's like, "He's making prosthetic legs for people
Yeah.
with kids." I'm like, "That's
Not
not
the
what I
same.
know, but okay."
Yeah.
I'm doing something for people. I make people laugh. He gives people legs,
Yeah.
So it's mad funny. But yeah, I mean, besides that, like my aunt, she gets it. My aunt is more like, "Oh yeah, like keep going at it." My brother called me the other day, and he's like, "Man, like I really admire what you're doing," and I'm like, "I appreciate it because you used to pick on me, and
Yeah. I didn't forget.
and I didn't forget that. So I don't know why you calling me. What you want to be on an episode?
Yeah.
Nah, it was so dope to like speak to my family and shit. It's
Yeah. Parents equate success with money. How much you making? Yeah, that's true. Like, because my mom's biggest thing is when you gonna buy a house.
yeah.
Ya comprate la casa. I'm like, no, I don't want a house.
So
What do I want? How, dude? Like, if it was up to me, I would just have an apartment. Like, I love apartment life.
what about apartment life?
I just love everything. Like, if something breaks, I call a guy. They come. Boom. I'm not a handy guy. If you get a house, you buy a house, you're the guy. I don't trust myself to be the guy. Like,
you got to be the guy then.
Like my father-in-law, he's the guy. Like my father-in-law, like he can just hear a sound, like, "Oh, the pipes, that's what that is. That's this," and like he knows. Yeah. I hear a pipe, I'm just like, that's a sound. I don't know what's happening there.
Oh, for you, it's pretty much very similar to me. I hear something, I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's normal." Like
that's normal.
It'll go away, and then the ceiling just collapses on you.
It's become even more evident too now that I'm married, because my wife's used to having her father who knows stuff. So like, I grew up like when my dad like, oh, there's a sound there. My dad be like, oh, that's whatever, and like you would just not even pay attention to it. Or even our cars would like do some weird stuff, and it's okay, it's still driving. Like that was his.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
still.
yeah.
Whereas my father-in-law, like, that's the carburetor, that's the belt, like that's I gotta fix that, and like he fixes it, and I'm that like that's where I got my handy knowledge. I don't know. This is how I know I'm not handy, Sasha. My father-in-law, like he's got tools, like he's got a garage and he's got the tools on the wall, like it's art. Like he's got, and he knows what each tool is called. Like he told me the other when I like one time he came to the house, he goes, "Hey man, I need a screwdriver. Get me the Phillips head screwdriver." And I said with a straight face, I said, "This one or this one? Which one?" And he just looked at me like,
Yo, that's not funny.
I said, "That or that? Like which one?" And he said like this, but you could see the pain in his eyes, like, man,
Damn.
this dude is lost.
Your wife, like, this is who you chose?
Yeah. This guy right here? This guy?
Yeah, he was looking at her like, are you sure? My I ended up getting myself a screwdriver, and that is like my baby. Like I put this whole like, I don't know what this is. It's actually like it's actually like a crate, like for like wine bottles, and I just like screwed it onto the wall, and then I just started putting flowers around it and something. And that's handy thing.
I'm gonna ask you, because you just talked about the screwdriver, but then you just said you glued that thing up to the wall. Why'd you need the screwdriver?
No, I screwed it up.
I got a screwdriver, but I glued that up on the wall.
No, I screwed it up to the wall. I screwed it up to the wall.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I've used it for. But we'll see. I got to get more frames to hang them up. But that's about it. That's as much handiwork that I can do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, my father-in-law's always buying me tools. And I'm just like, what do you want me to do? This?
Yeah. So
I love them.
It's funny, right? Because for Father's Day, they always advertise like, get your dad tools, right? Mm-hmm. So what would you want for Father's Day? Like,
I like cool stuff. Like there was one year my wife, because I she's like, it's from the kids. I'm like, they ain't got no money. They don't got jobs.
They didn't get this, yeah.
Get this. There was one year my wife got me the Dave Chappelle's Last Special on vinyl, which I thought was cool. Like I've been collecting comedy and vinyls and putting them up on the wall.
Oh, that's
I've hung up. I'm like, I got the hammer and nail. So like I like cool gifts like that where you know the person's interest and you can find like cool. Like my wife doesn't buy me tools. She don't get me ties. Like that's why I always feel like Father's Day is such a scam, because that's all they show you is commercials for tools and ties. Like, get your dad a tie, and you're like, how many ties? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to court. Like I do comedy. Like, don't give me a tie.
I'm trying to picture you on stage with a tie.
I've got pictures of me in ties. There's some Erik Rivera shots of me in tie. I've done some corporate events where I've had to wear the tie. Yeah. I shy away from the tie. I wear the full suit. I wear tuxes.
Do you get more laughs or less laughs when you wear a suit?
They're different, because anytime I'm wearing a suit or a tie, it's usually corporate or a taping or something.
Okay.
It's not like at a club. I've never worn a suit at a club. Like I'm not walking into the comedy store laughing at you like, hey, what's up, y'all?
People are like, what is he doing right now?
Yeah, why are he in a suit?
Yeah.
Have you? Here's a question. We're talking about the suit. Have you worn a dress on stage?
I've actually worn like a tank top on stage that was like, I guess, too much for people, because like I tried making jokes and everyone was just like, and I'm like, my face is right here, like it's not here. So like every time now when I do stand up, I try to like just be as like covered up as possible,
right?
So people understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I feel like if you look too pretty or on stage, it's hard for the jokes to land.
Right. I think it's the setting. Like if you wear something revealing at a club, it can be distracting. Yeah. Like if you are too dressed, like if a dude walks in a tuxedo and got up on stage at a club, you'd be like, what? is this dude?
Yeah, like people won't be like, they'll be like, why is he in a suit and tie?
Unless you talk about the elephant in the room, like, oh, I just came from an event, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. But if you just that's your thing, I
Yeah.
think it does take away from it. Like, if because anytime I've seen like female comics on stage, they try to just almost like dress down a little bit because it can be distracting.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
and it stinks because I tell people all the time too, like comedy. I love comedy because you get to make people laugh and something, but people are judging you before you even touch that microphone. Like, what is
yeah,
he wearing? Oh,
yeah.
look at this guy. And if females as well, I'm like, if I female comics, I tip my hat to you even more because you're already walking on. Once they hear, come to the stage, very funny lady. Once they hear lady or this girl's hilarious, a lot of people have already, oh, women ain't funny. So you already got that going against you.
Who's saying that shit?
There's
Hey,
people
who's
out there.
saying that? Put
Why
me
are
on.
you coming at me?
Now, I'm like, you
I got a
sure?
screwdriver.
Like
Who?
that,
Show me who.
when people be like, oh yeah, like dudes be like, yo, this, that, and the third, and you be like, who's dudes? You dudes?
Yeah.
They be like, all right, it was me. But no, actually, that's true. Like a lot of people. I mean, I remember I say this, and a lot of girls, a lot of female comedians be like, oh. I'm like, yo, I never grew up thinking any woman was funny. Like the woman's the people that I thought were funny were just male comedians, right? And
Mm.
for a long time, like I'll say that, and these like female comics are like, oh, you didn't know about this person, and you didn't know about that. And I'm like, no. And I would always thinking to myself, I'm like, how? Like, why didn't I know about these women? Like, how did they know it at a certain age and I didn't? And I was like, oh, I didn't have cable.
Right.
I didn't have cable. There was no
No.
woman prime time, like
Yeah.
on stage making jokes. It was always like men.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was very much a male dominated place. But back in the day, you had like people like Ellen. She was breaking ground.
Yeah.
Roseanne was a beast. Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
Like that's why I do get mad when people are like, oh, women ain't that funny. I'm like, I know multiple people that are
Right.
just beasts on stage. I'm like, you're crazy to say that. But it's
Yeah.
what it is if all you're seeing is guys and you hear the stereotype, like it's in your head. So people
Mhm.
go in with that preconceived notion of, oh, women aren't funny.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, man, there's some women I don't even want to follow. That's how funny they are.
Yo. Yeah. That's true. I just feel like, it's just the way it was set up when I was growing up. I didn't have that much access to see like really funny women. But now that I'm in this industry, I see so many women that are my peers
Mhm.
that are hilarious. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, damn. What?
2020 genders don't exist. It's like a futuristic tweet right here.
That is a futuristic.
That is.
What we need more.
There's more insult comics. There's so few gems left. Man, first of all, I love that this person just hit me with it's 2020, genders don't exist. And what we need is more insult. This is the reason there's no more insult comics, because that first comment where people are like, oh, I don't know what to say. I'm walking on eggshells.
Yeah,
Genders don't exist. Man.
exactly.
But let's talk comedy. I'm excited. We teased it on our last episode. You were a finalist on HBO's Entre Nos competition, which was on the New York Latino Film Festival.
Yeah.
On Friday, it was you, Abby Sanchez, Lynette. I'm blanking on her last name. Who's the other guy?
Cisco
Cisco Durant, and then
and Jonathan.
Jonathan. And I'm sorry, I don't mean disrespect. Like I should have known that. I'm
I
just
know Abby.
I don't know
Jonathan.
Lynette. I don't know Lynette and Jonathan personally. So it was that's why I don't remember the names, but they were super funny.
Yeah, they
So
were
let's
good. Every
so
comedian was strong. There was everybody was strong. And first of all, congrats to Cisco and Abby for winning. I mean,
yeah, congratulations. Yeah, they
I remember.
Abby did it. Abby did it last year.
Yeah, I remember when I saw Abby the first year, I was like, wow, he's so funny. Like, and just for him to win this year, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. The only thing I would say is, because of the technical difficulties, it was so awkward. I remember there was a moment where I made a joke and I'm seeing the people on screen laughing. They're like cracking up, and I don't hear them at all.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like a little bummed out about that. But honestly, like at the end of the day, they did a great job in putting this all together, especially during COVID times. And like, it just happened to be a technical difficulty. So when I made a joke, it'll just be like, click, 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 click. But I swear I see people dying. I see like 5 people on the screen laughing, and I'm like, all right, what we doing?
Well, I love. Let's talk about I'm jealous because first of all, you come out and you're dressed. I haven't been dressed for a comedy show in I don't know how long. How did that feel? First of all, just knowing you're at home, you got to get dressed, and you're going to a stage. You're leaving your house to go to a stage. How was that feeling?
It was just exciting, and I was just hoping that it's gonna open more doors to, like, I don't know, have more shows like that, even if it is digital,
Right.
It was exciting, honestly, to be around people, to be around comedians. I'm like, damn, that really that made me realize how much I miss the world to open up. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to open up right now, even though it's like a little creepy because it's like all of a sudden we got vaccines, 5 different vaccines, or like multiple different vaccines from different countries, and I'm like, are they safe? But I'm just, just being around people. It was that's what it felt great. It felt good to see Abby win, and Calixto is so funny. And I know what he was trying to make everyone be like, yo, this is not the end for none of you. Like, these are the ones. It's not the end for any of you. Like, we chose you guys because we believe in you and we think that you're great, But he comes out he pulls Abby. He's like, hey guys, just want to let you know, he lost last year. He was a loser. And Abby's like, all right. Like,
this guy right here, he's nothing.
And then after a while, he caught on, and then it was like, so we were all laughing. He was like, yeah, guys, he was a loser last year, He's like, damn, you made it seem like my whole life was falling apart last year, like,
last year, this guy didn't have nothing. Oh, like, wait.
Yeah. So that was so funny. He was like, but it meant a lot, for Calixto to come on and just be like, like, we believe in you guys, like, this is not the end for you. Like, I'm pretty sure we'll see you guys again. This is not.
Yeah.
And every comic in that room was strong,
Yeah. It made me laugh because in the beginning, like before the event starts, Calixto, they show like a pre-roll speech of him talking about it. And he's getting roasted in the comments. And I'm like, why didn't you read the comments? And people are like, yo, this dude is eating protein out the container. What? Because he's just all.
Yeah. Somebody said he is the Latino Dre, Dr. Dre. Latino Dre. Somebody said that because he's just like mad built. Like he's just like, hey, what's up, guys? Like,
I'm really into films, and you're like, yo, what are you benching these films? What are you doing?
I know, yo, he's mad strong, bro.
Yeah. So that's awesome. So you dressed up. You get to the venue. I've never performed at the venue, so it's you have a virtual wall in front of you, so you can see people.
Yeah.
You did a run through the day before.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in your head as you're doing the run through and just getting ready?
That Abby was gonna win. I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, like, I'm such a fan of him. So I was like, the whole time I'm like, I'm just gonna do it, have fun, and feel like I just want to. I wasn't thinking about the competition, really. I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about who. Like, I wasn't thinking about it at all. I was just like, this is an opportunity for me to introduce myself and my work to people that possibly never heard of me before.
Right.
And that's what I took it as,
Yeah.
And I am very grateful for that experience.
Hmm. I told you, I texted you right after. I was like, you to be in the top 5 should be, like, because I didn't know what was going on in your head afterwards. I was like, I hope she's not taking this as like, oh man, I didn't get it. But I'm like, to be in the top 5 is huge. And on top of that, you haven't been doing comedy that long.
I know.
So like you should take that as an honor that you are, you got into the top five with people who've been doing it double
Mhm.
digit years.
Yeah.
Like Mark won it last year. Mark's like a 20-year vet.
Mhm. Mark is so funny.
So, like I hope you weren't disheartened that not to
No,
win. All right. So yeah, that's why I sent you tell, hey, just checking real quick.
I wasn't
You
disheartened. I wasn't disheartened about the winning stuff. There's nothing
Yeah,
about the winning stuff hurts me because I feel
yeah,
like they were both mad funny, and I agree. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like they won. You know.
Right.
The only thing was just like the technical difficulties, but it was beyond everybody's control. Like it wasn't.
Right.
It was beyond everybody's control. We
Yeah.
run through before to make sure that we didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
So
And
and
yeah, I know it happened to Jonathan too. Like while Jonathan was on, like somebody was talking. I forget who. Like I'm shocked that they didn't have somebody on the board that was controlling that because like there was this one girl. She was having a full blown conversation. Huh? Yeah. No,
yeah,
I don't. I was like,
yeah,
why isn't somebody just muting her right now?
yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess too. Maybe there was too many people on the Zoom that we didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I don't know. It just seemed like I remember they're like, oh yeah, you guys could get 5 people each. And I think in the Zoom there was how many people in the
There
Zoom?
was like 100 people.
Like 100 people, and then
Yeah.
like 400 views on the live streaming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was a lot. But yeah, that was the only thing that I felt bad for Jonathan and I. You know what I'm saying? Like Jonathan, completely like this woman was talking over him the whole time, and then for me when I would make my jokes, it was just like okay, so they
Yeah.
had that moment. But besides that, it's just like there's nothing. It's nobody's fault. It's just really like
Yeah.
these are the times right now, um, and these are the new issues that we have to
To deal
adjust
with. Yeah.
and deal with. So shout out to Cisco and shout out to Abby because honestly, they're great, and
Yeah.
I'm I can't wait to like get on stage more. Really,
I know. I
it was to the point where I was just like, I came home and I'm already thinking about my new set.
right. I'm waiting for clubs to start opening up with like a 2 vaccine minimum.
Yeah,
Like, all right, we got vaccines, we got drinks, you got to get 2 vaccines. Like what?
yeah, you got to get 2 vaccines at the door. But
Yeah.
we got the biotech, which is cheaper. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What's the other one that they're working at in Canada?
The Pfizer is out.
So
The
five,
biotech's coming out. Yeah.
but
Uh.
it's like so from what I heard, it was like okay, you have Pfizer, and then you have like all these other ones that are being created. I think Oxford made
Mhm.
a vaccine. Like basically, the thing that creeped me out was that like I was hearing this podcast and they were talking about they're making cheap versions of the vaccine, and I'm like, cheap versions of a vaccine sounds like
Uh.
mutation. Sounds like
But
you get injected and you mutate like
right.
immediately.
I think they're just trying to find more cost-effective ways to get people vaccines, but it is scary. It's like, do you want these Nikes or do you want these Payless shoes? And you're like,
The
ah,
Payless shoes, they're gonna scrape you in the back, so you're gonna have a little boil with water in it. You ready for
yeah, yeah. They still work, but you're like,
right?
I don't know.
It might be a little snug on the top. Might have your toes crunched up a little bit. Have to band it to your feet so it could fit in. You might have to fold your feet so it could fit in.
Yeah, yeah. You got to hold them like this so they don't slide off.
Yeah, right.
I gotta do this thing right here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think it's scary, but hopefully it's gonna be a positive thing because I need to be outside.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Yeah.
I got a call yesterday.
Somebody
So
said great value vaccine.
they got them at the 99-cent store. Yeah, 3 for 1. What? Hold up. I got a call yesterday to do a club, and I'm going back and forth in my head because there's the fear of you see the numbers going up. the club's like, nah, don't worry, we're taking all these precautions. It's like, but you're still exposed. You never know. And then there's also the fear of, I haven't done a long set in a long time.
Right.
I don't know. I could do I've done a couple like little Zoom shows where I do like a couple minutes. But like if you told me to do 20, 25 right now, and like one of my family members' lives depended on it, I would be like, listen, I'm gonna try hard. If you don't make it, I'm gonna try my best. Just look at me right here now. I love you, but listen, just in case, just know I tried.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I could do it.
Why? I think you could do it. I think you
could. A long set, because when you're on the road and you're doing it, like like you get into a rhythm and you're like, oh, boom, I go from here to here to here. Like I did a show in October at this outdoor theater, and I remember standing outside with my wife, and she was like, "Oh, you should do this joke." I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that joke." And then I was like, "How do I start that joke?" I was like, I know how to get there, but how do I? What was I telling you? Like it's like piecing that whole thing together, remembering all the little nuances of that story and the punchlines, and it's a lot. And when you haven't been doing it a while, you get rusty.
That's true.
There's gonna be a lot of rusty comics when this thing reopens back up.
Abby was telling me that a lot of the comics, not comics, like when he was doing shows in Chicago, or whatever, like when starting to kind of open up and we were seeing some sort of hope, he was saying that comics would get on stage and people would be like, keep going, we got, like, we understand, people understand.
Yeah,
we haven't been working. I was a little nervous. I was very nervous for the competition because I'm like, damn, I haven't been on stage in mad long.
Yeah.
At all. Because everyone's like, run your set. If you can have like 5 friends to come over and you do that for them and blah, blah, or like try to figure out a way. I was like, right now, shit is not looking like I could find anybody.
Yeah. Have you done any Zoom shows?
I did a couple. I want to do some more.
All right.
I'm with it. Like I really, after I got off stage, I was like, well, I do like comedy. Like I do enjoy it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm getting in the groove of things, like who I was when I first started doing comedy and now it's like 2 totally different people.
Right.
Like I'm already thinking about a different set and it's just gonna be like, I'm tired of being a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like bad bitches, you have to go through so much. Like guys lie to you for no reason, but when you're ugly, they tell you the truth. So this is why ugly women are getting married and bad bitches are still single. And
right.
Like I can't.
So here's my other question. You do the show.
Mm-hmm.
After shows, there's always that adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
And for comics, it's always like, let's go grab something to eat. Let's chop it up. Let's go grab a drink. What are you doing after? Because now we're in a pandemic. What did you do?
I went back straight home.
And you just sitting there like all amped, like, oh man.
I'm in the Uber going home. To celebrate it, at home.
Yeah.
Man, it was,
I miss comedy, but I do miss all the other stuff. Like I miss the hanging out with comics, chopping it up. I miss the after everyone's set, like, yo, let's go grab something to eat. Let's go and talking about whatever. And now it's like, even if you do these shows, it's like, hey, you want to go grab some food? Nah, I don't want to catch COVID. I'm gonna go home.
Right. It's like now. It's like now you know what, like. I will, but I really know you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you was. Like, I don't know who you was hanging out with, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
It's gonna get to that point. Like, you want to go hang out? I'm gonna need you to pee in this cup and give me your full medical report. I got
it. Right, or like you walk around with cotton swabs, like yo.
Yeah, real quick. Let me get that. Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I think that that's one of the most important things that I miss, because it's like that's how you build relationships with people.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. Like I can't wait for like the world to open up a little bit, because honestly, like even though this is the new norm, I just feel like I'm the last generation that dealt with like the outside and getting into like social media. I feel like these kids can live online and like
Oh yeah.
not care about hanging out with anyone
Oh yeah.
as long as they're hanging out online. And then I'm
Yeah.
to find out that Roblox. Have your kids ever spoke to you about Roblox?
Now what are Roblox?
So Roblox is like this digital world where these kids get an avatar. They live in this multi like game world, so they can make
Hmm.
their own games on top of living in this world. So they make their own games, and the stocks is going there. That app is more engaging than Instagram. That program is more engaging than Instagram. It's crazy because it's like I think about it, I'm like, how they gonna do like stand up comedy? They just gonna create a
Yeah.
little Roblox world and be like, oh, here's how you do
Yeah.
punchline.
Yeah. Come to my Roblox comedy club that I
Right.
built.
Yeah, it's
I've
insane.
seen
Like,
I've seen some people doing like Animal Crossing comedy shows. I don't know what Animal Crossing is, but it's I see like a little avatar with a mic, and I'm just like, nah.
what?
There's nothing like a live audience.
Wait. Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
So your avatar is an animal with a mic?
No, it's a person. I don't know how to play Animal Crossing. I've seen people posting stuff about it. I'm like, I don't need to get lost in another world. I'm already dealing with this world.
I know. It's so crazy. And because of this whole pandemic, people are forced to live their lives online, which is even more crazy. I'm like, damn, we are in the matrix.
And we're
Or
supposed to be in the Matrix, yeah.
yeah, bro. Like this is interesting. But one step at a time. I'm still like I'm excited though. I'm really excited that, you know, it just sparked something in me to like just
Mhm.
continue doing stuff and continue like doing my sketches. And I'm
Right,
always thinking about like now, if I do a joke that I feel is not gonna do good on stage, I'm doing a sketch. I'm doing it on TikTok.
right.
This is what I'm telling everybody, get on TikTok right now. Like I already have 11,000 followers.
All right, humble brag. We get it. You
Feel
a
me? What
star.
I'm trying to say is you could get on it too, because you mad funny.
We get it. You a superstar. Uh,
Hi, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. No, but I suggest people get on TikTok for sure.
yeah.
You ever think about doing TikTok?
I got a TikTok. I think I posted like two or three things, and then I was like, I'm good. Cause I feel like TikTok is dancing and stuff. I'm like, I don't dance really.
No,
And
you
then
jokes.
I've put like stand up clips up, but I feel like I'm already doing a full time job with Instagram, Facebook.
Yo,
I'm teaching school. I'm writing. Like it's a lot of work. Like that's why it's so funny to me when I hear people like not people on social media. I'm like, yo, that's a full time job.
it is. It is.
Oh, hold on. We got Edwin Lacona saying Sasha did great and top five. Yeah, we talked about that, Edwin.
Yeah,
Edwin,
yeah.
you late to the party. You late to the party,
Where
man.
are you? Yeah. No, honestly, it is hard. Like people don't understand, like especially now.
Edwin's a grown. Edwin's on TikTok.
yeah. You
He's
see,
got
he's doing it right.
he's got like 40,000 followers on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. Look at him. He's killing it. I'm telling you, they paying people.
They are.
Yes, they're
But
paying.
how do you get paid? Because all these people are like, yo, you can get paid on Instagram. You can get paid on Facebook. I'm like, how do you get paid?
I mean, I know how to. I've been getting paid off of Instagram, but the reason why I get paid off of Instagram is because like I'll do the sketch. They pay me for the promo. I get a certain amount of engagement. You feel me?
Oh, is that the official language right there? Is that the
Special language. Y ahí estamos por fin. Right? But yeah, so that's how I live the way that I live, right? And also with the stuff that I've done on TV and stuff. So
right?
but like it's really about like building your engagement, and like your engagement is really like saying a thought that is you feel like it's the common thought that you feel like is gonna relate to people. So like it's like you're starting a conversation like, yo, did you see this motherfucker just said some shit, and just talk about it. And I guess people relate to it.
Okay.
On Facebook, I don't know how you're gonna get paid on Facebook. I'm trying to figure out because the money is really there. I think the
Yeah.
money's there and it's on YouTube. The money on YouTube. I was like talking to people that used to be on YouTube, or they were on YouTube when it first
Mhm.
started versus now. Like they're making money. Like now, I'm like, oh, okay, y'all making money. They're like, yeah, but when we first started, we was making like 30 grand a month. I'm like, 30 grand a month. You said 30 grand a month. You know that shit hurt my
Oh
heart.
yeah.
Listen to that. 30.
I just yeah. When I hear people talk about like the money they're making on YouTube, I'm just like, wait, what? How you do that?
It's a
Let
lot,
me
and
see.
now it's a lot of work now. Like now, because they already set a standard, you have to come in with like highly curated content. Like
Yeah.
it's almost as if like it's either like really good YouTube content or like really good, like maybe you want to watch it on TV. But
Right.
they send it to you, so now you're putting it on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
But
Back in the day, it was just some kid with a camera. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're gonna talk about. And you're
yeah,
like,
now it's
dude,
just
there's this one kid that my kids have found. All he does is unwrap a gift, put it together, and they watch him. And then I made the mistake of googling this kid. This kid's a millionaire. Cause hey, today's toy. He's got
multi.
his own products and stuff. I'm like, yo, I'm looking at my kids like, y'all need to step it up. This
And
kid is.
the thing is too, the celebrities are joining YouTube and making that direct coin to their pocket.
I'm getting heckled now. Eric would kill on TikTok, but only if he involves his kids. I don't know if anyone on TikTok wants to see his motivational runs. You know what, Edwin?
I'm
I'm just
telling
trying to motivate people to get fit and get ready for 2021. Forget the vaccines. Work on your immunity and your health.
right, right. Oh my
Health with an F, not even TH. Health.
god. There's actually a meme that I just posted on my story. And
Mhm.
have you seen the meme with Leonardo DiCaprio's face? And he goes like, he's like,
Yeah,
right? Like jokes on you, right?
yeah.
And they put like this whole like tribal thing on him, and it said
Yeah.
the Aztec, the dyslexic Aztec Mayan who wrote 2012 instead of 2021.
Hilarious. Look, that kid made 28 mil last year.
28.
We in the wrong business. We trying to make people laugh and bring joy. This kid's just playing with toys.
Here's the thing, right? When you're a celebrity, right? And you out there and you making movies and stuff, like you're not making 28 million a year. If anything, that's one project that's gonna hold you down.
Yeah.
He has the possibility of doing 28 next year. Like
I thought of doing a sketch based on him, but when I think about the work I have to put into it, I'm just like, I'm all right.
that's the thing. Oh my god. I've been thinking about my content, right? And I'm like, oh my god, this would be funny, but now I have to get this and I have to do that and
Yeah,
I have to do this. And
yeah,
I feel like so discouraged now because
huh,
before it used to be just like, yo, let's use our imagination. All right, so I'm talking to myself here. Now I'm acting like my brother. I'm talking. Now I have to like get
yeah,
this, get like the angles right. Now
yeah,
now people are looking into what I'm saying, and it's like, how many pronouns did I use in a sentence? And I'm like, man, like this is too much.
yeah.
But that's the name of the game.
So you got to put in the work. If you want results, you got to put in the work. And then also the thing too. Look, the biggest kid earner, 90 mil in 2018 unboxing and merch branding me deals. Damn. So
Okay.
I already, I'll tell you the sketch idea because I'm never gonna do it. I don't have the mental capacity to do it, especially because I got kids too. And if I do it, they're gonna be like, "What?
But
Dad, don't." What?
let me get involved. But go ahead, finish.
Huh? I want to do a reboxing. Like, all right, I play with the toy. Now I'm gonna take it back to the store and get my money back. Here's how you put it back in the box the way it was. You got.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, but then in my head, I'm like, oh, I gotta go get the toy. I gotta bring it here. I gotta unbox it. Remember how it goes? Because I was the king of reboxing stuff. Like, I am the king of reboxing and getting my money back. Let me tell you how how gangster I used to be when I first started comedy. I'd always remember, oh, we need a tape. Okay, cool. I would go to Best Buy. I would get the best camcorder. I get the tripod. I get the tapes. I get the memory card. I would film my set and then come back, put it back in the box. It's the wrong camcorder, wrong tripod, wrong memory card, and I get my money back,
Oh,
reboxing it.
yo, that's the illest. That's what you tell people, like, yo, get on HBO, but then cancel it, cancel
Yeah,
it.
just cancel it real quick.
Yeah, no, I think that's a solid idea.
I'll still do it from time to time. My wife gets mad at me. Like I bought a coat the other day and I was gonna leave the tags on. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna return it." She's like, "No, you're not. Just cut the. What's wrong with you? Just cut the tags off." I'm like, "No, I could take this back."
Yeah, are you buying from Bloomingdale's? Because I think they still honor that, where it's just like, oh, like it's been 3 years and we'll still take it in.
As long as you keep the receipt and you ask them about their return policy, you can return pretty much anything, y'all. Just saying.
True.
I went to an audition once. I realized I was wearing the wrong kind of clothes. Everybody else was all dressed up. I said, "All right, I'll be right back." There's a Banana Republic across the street. I bought a full suit, went in, auditioned, went back. It's not the right size.
Yo. That's what stylists do, though. Actually, stylists, they'll like use things for the client, and then they'll return it.
Look at that. I feel like Eric regifted more than a few times in his life. Now that I know that story, I've regifted a couple things. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, I remember one Christmas. I didn't buy anybody gifts, so I took my shit and put gift wrapping paper on it, and I just gave it to people. And they're like, "Oh my god, this is so great! Where'd you get it? Oh my god, you shouldn't have." I was like, "I should have, because I got to get rid of space in my closet."
But then you got to give them rules, like just don't show my aunt. Just don't show. If you see my aunt, just put it away.
Candles, my thing is like the candles that they give you at work. Well, I used to work in a hotel, and people used to like give each other gifts. And they used to give us candles. I remember one time I gave somebody else a candle, and the person that gave me the candle was like, "Did you just give this person the candle that I bought you?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not into apricot. Like that. I'm not into that smell. You know, it's like, why didn't you ask me? You know."
I love that you didn't even lie. Like, no, I love this so much. I bought her one.
Yeah. Damn, I wasn't thinking of that.
I love this so much. I bought her one.
I wasn't thinking enough. I guess I wasn't thinking enough. I was like, oh, yeah, I just don't like it. Sorry.
I love that you're a bad liar. Did you just do that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I was a kid, I was able to lie, but it was a straight face. I would be like, I didn't do it. Then I got I'd be like, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm just more like, yeah, no, I don't have that in me anymore to lie.
Right.
Like I feel like, oh, my parents used to be like, wow, you know, when you were a kid, you were such a liar. Like, I'm like, of course I was. Like, I'm 15 years old. You think I want to get in trouble? You think I want to ask me, hello, I'm going to lie to you. I don't want the questions. Like, as a kid, you're going to lie.
It always cracks me up, because even now, like now that I'm older, like I talk to my mother, and she's still like, why would you lie about them? Like, because there's a small percentage that I might get away with it. If you believe the lie, I get away with it. I don't get the whooping. I don't get in trouble.
Right.
So you take the chance. And she'd be like, but I always know. I'm like, yeah, but what if that one time you didn't know?
Yeah.
What if that one time I pulled one over on you?
My parents, it was like, it baffled me that they were that confused. They thought I was gonna be a serial liar, like a pathological liar. That they thought that that's what I was gonna be. They were like, you know, and I was like, how can you not understand that I didn't want to get punished? Right. I don't want to be punished. Like, you didn't have no facts. You didn't have no proof. You never saw me physically do it. I'm gonna try to get out of it. Now I'm just like, yeah, you know, I did it. Like, fuck it. But when I was a kid, I was lying.
Yeah, you try to get away with it. Like my kid does that now. And mind you, he don't get in trouble like I got in trouble. Like I still try to explain that to him without like traumatizing him. Like I got hit with a belt and a wooden spoon, because he won't understand it. He'll be like, what? Stop. And I don't want to be And I don't want to be that dad too. I don't want to be I walked 5 miles uphill both ways. Like I don't want to be that dad. But it's so funny because I tell them all the time, like, like he's gotten in trouble, and it's not like bad trouble because I always tell him like he's not a bad kid. He's just sometimes he's too smart for his own good, and I tell him, look, I'm on your team. I am Team Rivera. We're all same team. It's
No.
like if your teacher's calling me in, I'm like, give me all the facts, give me the truth, so I know what I'm walking into. Because if I go in there, I tell them this all the time. If I go in there and I find out you lied to me, and I'm caught off guard, and I feel dumb in there, then you're in trouble. I'm not mad. Like I caught him the other day because everybody's doing the virtual learning, and he's doing math, and it says show all work, and he showed no work. I was like, how do you do this? He goes, oh, I just, I was just doing it in my head, and I was like, okay, cool. Then I look at his history, and my man was using the Google calculator, and I said, oh, you doing it in your head? And like he was like, oh, I'm in trouble. I was like, you're not in trouble. First of all, I use a calculator all the time. Your mother use a calculator all the time. When you get older, you're gonna use a calculator. Right now, I just need you to show it because this lady needs to know so she can pass you off to third grade. I was like, I'm more impressed than I am mad. But don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. That's
Yeah, I used to lie all the time. Now
that's something my mom or dad would have like smacked me in the head for, like using a calculator. But me, I was like, I'm impressed you even that thought came at 8 years old to go, oh, calculator, boom. Impressive. I'm not mad. Now if you lie to me and you keep lying, then I get mad.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's survival. You're surviving. Like, I don't want to get hit, and especially now, like it's true. Like even my brother, the way he raised my niece it's not the same. Like as he doesn't even touch, he never like hit her or anything like that. But like when we were growing up, that was one thing that we were afraid of. Like, oh my God. But that's why my aunt is like, tú sabes, hay que darle a estos niños because mira cómo ellos salen como ustedes. Ustedes necesitaron todo una terrena al gato, coño. I'm like, bro, seriously.
No, I'm not gonna get mad at my kid or for doing stuff like that. Like, cause I'd be a hypocrite. Like we're at comedy clubs. When that bill shows up, nobody's going, hold on, let me show the work. It's 5 of us. We're gonna divide. We all use calculators. But I'm like, right now, you need to show this lady that you know how to do it so she can move you on. I'm like, do you want to do second grade again? He's like, no. I was like, well, there you go. Let's do this.
Yeah, true that. I'm like, you have there's this filter on Instagram. It's called "Are you smarter than a 5th grader?" And there are some questions that I have no idea what the answer is for. I'm like, damn, dumber than a 6th grader, than a 5th grader. Damn, like that's crazy.
Yeah, kids copy parents. So if you lie to them, they will lie to you.
Yeah.
Listen, Ray, I don't know if you got kids. For the first couple of years, all you're doing is lying to these kids. I lie all the time. Dad, can we go here? Nah, it's closed. This ice cream is gross. You ain't gonna like it. Look, you. my go-to lie right now, and my 4-year-old hasn't picked up on this. Anytime he's like, Dad, I want that, I always say, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. That's my go-to. No. I'm not doing it. Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
And he knows now. He's like, well, that means I'm not gonna get it.
No, the 4-year-old, he's still black. He still believes that I'm really seeing what I can do about it.
Oh my God!
The 8-year-old knows. He knows. That means no.
He was like, Dad, did you see what you could do still?
Yeah.
How's that going?
I'm still looking into it. Because at 4, they want everything and they don't really follow up. Like he'll see a commercial, which by the way is a brand new thing for him. Because my kid, before we came out to the East Coast, at home we only have streaming channels. Like we don't have real TV, and now he's out here. There's real TV, so now he's blown away by commercial. I want that. I'm like, I'll see what I can do. Yeah. The first time he saw a commercial was a couple months ago. We watching TV. He's watching the show. All of a sudden, a commercial came on. He's like, what's this? Where's my show? I was like, oh, that's a commercial. He's like, well, put my show back on. I was like, nah, man, that's not how that works. They're trying to sell you this, and now he loves commercials. Oh, I want that. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I think about how we couldn't, escape commercials. Like we had to wait for the commercials to be over. And then I remember when Netflix came out and I used to like binge watch shows. I'm like, I kind of miss commercials. It kind of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it gives me a little break from all this drama. Like there's too much
Yeah.
drama going on. I'm binging into it. I needed the doses.
I feel bad now because like I got the Hulu without commercials. I got Amazon. I got Netflix, and like I see my friends like, yeah, I booked this commercial. I'm like, they still got those? They still do those? I still go for a commercial audition. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna see this. Who's gonna watch this?
That's good though. At least you know. I sometimes I'm like I be thinking about stuff and I'm like, wow, like you know, commercial acting is is taking up, like that's what Instagram is taking up now, right? So you
Uh,
have like influencers just like doing these little commercials for people or like just wearing something and people buying it. I'm like, wow, like this is you're the new commercial people.
yep.
Yeah.
You're a commercial. I've seen you putting up stuff. You did one. I don't know. I forgot what it was for. I want to say it was for a beer. What you were doing? You were a fake Knicks. You were a Knicks fan. And it made me laugh. Like they're not in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, I wanted to be more that commercial. I wish I had like the videographer that I needed and I wanted to go all cinema on that, but I only have my phone. But now from now on, like I want to start investing in my quality of work.
Mhm.
I'm just too lazy. Nah, I just
Well, here, ready? I'm gonna pitch you something
uh-huh.
that I've been pitching to certain creatives that I believe want to do good work, and I
Mhm.
believe you and I are like-minded.
Yes.
I think a group of us should go in together, rent the space, and create a quote unquote studio where we have certain equipment that we've all chipped in on. It's a collective, and we can produce videos.
I'm
We'll
with
have somebody that can help edit, do the like soundboard, like we're doing podcasts. It's all in house, and we all help each other out. And then you have a solid group.
I'm with that. I'm with that. Who else you pitch this to? You better
I'm
group
glad
put me in the group text.
there's a group text, and there's not a group text yet, but like I as a person, I'm like, I see what you're doing online. We all definitely want to create. There's people in the Nose family. I'm like, boom. But I think there's something there.
I'm excited.
Instead of waiting for the industry to be like, here you go, we just doing it ourselves and throwing it out there.
That's how we got to do it. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way to make real change.
I love that we're ending on a positive note. That's how you do change,
That's
people.
how you change. I knew that my aunt will be pissed off when her lips will go away. My grandmother when she'd be like, "Mira, muchacho, ven acá."
Yeah.
Like that, I'm like, oh shit, I did something. But that's
I'm in trouble. She got no lips. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, that's how you knew she was serious in this my serious face.
Yeah.
That's how we make change right now, son.
Well, this is a fun episode. We haven't done one just us in a long time.
Let's keep them coming.
Yeah, let's keep doing. Let's talk offline. I don't know if we're gonna do one next week because now we're getting close to the holidays and people for Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
do
let's
it.
do a couple. Let's do these more frequently.
Yes, I'm excited.
And if anybody steals my reboxing gift idea, just tag me. Just let me know. Let me see. Let me see you get millions of views in a TV deal. So I can be even sadder.
Yeah, imagine that's like the most viral thing that goes, and then you could have like started your whole.
That could have been me. That could have been me.
But you good right now.
Yeah,
People know. Come on, you be doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm trying.
No, you're not trying.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
We know you a big dog. Stop playing.
I'm trying.
Oh, look at me, man.
Go follow Sasha. Go sign up for HBO Max. Go watch De Lo Mio. And like you said before, then cancel it once you're done. Before you cancel it, make sure you watch my half-hour special. Still up there streaming, Super White on HBO Max. It's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next week, maybe.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.